Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Gemini. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me, keeping me safe. Gemini, thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Most of all, for showing up. Look at that. 5 of Wands, Ace of Wands, all by themselves. They came out again. I say again because I was just doing the Virgo reading and they were very prominent. Excuse my cough. I have a bit of a sore throat, so I'm sipping my coffee. Sorry. The Emperor showing up with the Justice card. It's a decision. Again, you're making decisions that change the destiny of yours and another. This is your deliberation here. But 5 plus the 1, Ace is a 6. So here's a victory. So you're overcoming in the sense where you have taken the position of making a decision, which brings you to a victory that is karmic justice. So you're probably dealing with someone who's very difficult, and it's taken quite a bit of working through what to do, how to respond to a situation, meaning that you have gone over, you've deliberated, whether it's with other people or in your own head, you've come to a decision and you started off something brand spanking new because of that decision. You are putting an end to something because there's justice being served here. You're looking right at the justice system, or you're looking at the mechanism of how to maneuver with your decision-making process. Bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles, which confirms that you are in a position to make the decision. You are steadfast. You have taken your time. Again, it shows with the deliberation here. And you are very grounded in making those decisions, as it were, or the decision, depending on your situation. Justice will be served one way or another. Here we have the 2 of Cups with the 7 of Wands. So being that you are committed to holding up the integrity of yourself and another or others, it is why you have gone through that long, arduous process of making a decision. Whatever it is, Gemini, only you will know. Let's see, we have Ace of Swords, 9 of Swords. Together they come to the 10, but before we splice them together, we have the truth in that victory, or victory in that truth. So some truth is come to you. Again, it's another ace, so it is quite suddenly or unexpectedly or inevitable that you come to this truth, or this truth come to you. Someone has either brought it to you or you have thought it up, meaning that you figured it out, or a little bird told you, or it was just in your face and you come to recognize it. Here we have the 9 of Swords. That concern, that worry has brought the truth out. So being that maybe you were worried about something and you kept pondering over it enough that the truth revealed itself, in other words. So it's over now. Whatever it was, that dilemma that you'd been through in the mind, if you don't feel like it's over, you will feel so within the next few days. Here we see our 7 of Cups. So whatever confusion there was is finished, because King of Pentacles says that the decision has been made. 9 of Cups comes to satisfaction, with the 6 of Wands being there is a victory. I'm going to leave it there because it's too much, well, not too much, but it's repetition. And the deck splits on the Lovers. So again, choice. A choice is being made, and you're going with the truth, whatever it is. The choice is, it is because of certain truth. Or now you're able to make a choice because of certain truth that has been revealed. So I'm using the Stained Glass Tarot with from the creator James Edward, with the Oracle deck by Adriana Ayales for the Herbal Astrology Oracle deck. And I do apologize. It says I have a bit of a sore throat, so I'm not really 100% and feeling like moving slowly here. But we see the Page of Pentacles with the Tower. So new idea will change everything. New plan even, or the plan is to change, but in a fundamental level where whatever was is not going to stand up to this plan. It has to change, and that probably is the plan. See what else we have. We have the Two of Cups again with the Fool. So the commitment to the change is where we're seeing. And the Nine of Cups, that satisfaction. You're going to feel it if you don't feel it yet. The confidence. The confidence is where you'll get the satisfaction. So exercising that confidence, putting that stepping up and making that decision is where you will have your satisfaction, and being heard. You will be heard because you have something to say, or if you haven't already said it. Again, the truth is being revealed one way or another, Gemini. Alright, so we'll cut. Again, I'm using the Celtic Cross layout, taking cards at random, starting off with our star card. So Aquarius, if you may have Aquarius in your chart, or you are really looking toward your future, you're focused. Again, we saw that Page of Pentacles, that King of Pentacles, man with a plan, change with the Tower. It's destined. You're walking through your destiny, or you're facing your destiny. Bringing things back into balance is what you're focused on, or what the challenge is. You're looking toward what needs to be brought into balance, how to do so. It's your challenge. It's how you're going to bring it back into the balance. And the Nine of Cups, you're seeing or feeling that sense of satisfaction. You're in your feelings. You're emotionally, you're feeling that what you're doing is right, and you're getting a sense of satisfaction from it. What you're doing, in other words, or what you've done. You're very discerning, or you've been very discerning with this Queen of Swords. And this is in the past. This is in the root. What brings you satisfaction is your discerning qualities. You're standing up for the truth. You're speaking the truth. You're wanting and receiving and being patient enough that the truth just comes to you, or certain truth is spoken to you, bringing you to satisfaction. Recently, Page of Swords. So you found out information, you were researching, and you discovered, or it had been given to you, certain information, again, that brings you to satisfaction. You're looking to put things into balance again. Here we have disappointment. So when I say it could, because we're going in such a positive turn here, all of a sudden things are disappointing. I don't think so. This reflects more of overcoming disappointment. Well, that's not for everybody, yeah? If we look closely, we see the 2 swords, and then we go to the 3. So certain information may have a negative effect in that what you are projecting forward, or what your effort was that to put forward, will disappoint you. Maybe you will be let down. The balance that you are projecting forward may not happen because maybe someone is not willing. Again, this is how things turn. You see? You are in a state of bliss, or you are from the 9 to the 10 going forward. You're looking forward to this happiness. You're in this happiness. You're feeling happy right now because you have satisfaction, because of what you've done, because of that feeling of overcoming, because you made a decision, because you stepped forward, you said, you did. The result has brought you to satisfactory. You're feeling happy. But somebody may disappoint you. Maybe you're getting all the agreements. Yes, I will, I want, we could, we should. But then in the end, they turn around and they betray you. But you're happy now, or at least you're feeling like you are. And then we have our 3 of Pentacles. So they are looking for that sense of reward. They are, again, they being that this is another person, this is the environment, this is outside of you, this is other people. They are being rewarded. Maybe they're not happy with what they're getting. Maybe what you have done has thrown things out of balance for them. But they're looking for a reward. Maybe they want their share, and it's not happening. Or it's taking its time, because we saw the King of Pentacles there. Here we have the Emperor. So more decision-making process, more needing to make a decision. Maybe they're thinking the fear is in that a decision is not going in their favor. Again, we have this disappointment card. I'm going to take another card just because it's too vague here. The outcome is in that we have the 6 of Wands. So victory will be the outcome, but victory to you, because you represent the Emperor in this read, where we've seen the Emperor come up earlier, where you have to make a decision. Your focus is on putting things into balance, having to choose. What is this 3 of Swords representing, Spirit? The 5 of Swords. The King of Pentacles. Let's take one more. Oh boy. So Gemini. King and Queen are fighting. King and Queen are not going to agree within the future. There is going to be a disappointment, and it is 8 of Swords. Somebody's going to be very stubborn here. King and Queen are not satisfied. There's going to be dissatisfaction. We have our Page of Wands. So a proposal needs to come up. We need to look back. Somebody is looking back at what was done in the past and wanting to be rewarded, or wanting to own something, wanting to have, wanting to claim for work that was done. But there is a victory, and a decision is going to be made, whether it is you or someone else. There is fear of not making a decision, or wanting to delay that decision. If it is in reverse, the Emperor he's holding back. I don't want to make a decision. The disappointment comes because somebody does not want to move forward with a plan, changing the mind, wanting to have that victory. You see, again, this is selfish ego talking here. Not for everybody. It is a victory, yes, but at the same time, you're thinking, I say you thinking, it's going to be anybody. It doesn't have to be you. The outcome is in that there is a victory, so there will be a decision made. That is for sure. But somebody is not going to be happy with that decision. That 5 of Swords is an argument turning into 8 Swords. Somebody is being very stubborn, and you know yourself. You know if it's you, you know if it's somebody else. And the Wheel of Fortune with our Page of Wands is that, you know, the wheel is turning in someone else's favor, if not yours, if not the next person. But because you both can't win, somebody has to give in. Somebody is either going with the ego, or somebody is bowing to, humbling themselves, because it could go either way. We have a reconciliation, we have the Wheel of Fortune, so it's a question of making a proposal to come back, making that proposal to bring things back into the balance, revisiting a plan, and making fundamental change, taking that leap of faith and being honest about what you really want, and finding that sense of happiness. I mean, it is working through the stubbornness, whether it is the King of Pentacles or the Queen of Pentacles or both. You're both fighting with each other because you're both very stubborn. I mean, you're on the same level. You're both working toward the same thing. You're both equal when it comes to the value of a relationship and putting it into balance again. You're very capable, both of you. It's just how you're working it out. There's a stubbornness. It's not the end of the world. It's just to say that you're practically the same because you're suited to each other. Discernment here, and being responsible, and really seeing what makes you happy. See, that's where you will find a balance. It's just being a little difficult, but the truth will prevail, and a choice will be made. And that sense of missing each other, that working it out, it's just a little difficult, but there is victory. So even if it is that one of you or both of you have to humble yourselves, you both have to find that equal ground, because it's a 5 of Swords and it's a 5 of Cups. After you've come to the truth and you've made your choice, that 5 of Cups is here. So you're really working through a difficult time in a relationship, and you're coming out. It's just going to take a little while. It's not going to happen right away. Going over the 3 weeks, 3 months with our 3 of Swords there. We have Aquarius full moon on the 9th. Could be that soon. As air signs go, because it's the 9th of August. Today I think is the 5th when I do this read. And it could take a little longer. It could go all the way to October. There's a new moon in Libra where balance will come in again with our Queen of Swords here. What is the oracle message for Gemini? Thank you, Spirit. But you will have victory, Gemini. You will have victory. And it's a question of being balanced where money is concerned, or value or worth, personal worth between you. blessing. You see, it's coming. The star card here. You are destined to do this. You're destined to come to the conclusion of victory. Let's see what the, sorry. Sage. Sage is a healing herb. It's wisdom here. Again, with Jupiter, Wheel of Fortune, and the Moon. Blessing, purification, invocation, sacred gift, spiritual cleansing, resembling emotional body, mystical sight. So really, yeah, focus. Again, spirituality is high with that star card. And you're on the same level. You're on the same page. It's not like you're too different. And a decision needs to be made. A sound decision needs to be made. So could be dealing with what you consider your legacy for both of you. The genus name Salvia comes from Latin salvare, meaning to save. An apt name for this powerful and protective herb. Various species of sage can be found throughout the world, and this card embodies the spirit of this precious and ancient plant. It's been used in ceremonies by the Native Americans for thousands of years for inner and outer purification. Sage is regarded as a panacea and employed as a medicine to heal against many ills. It's also used as an offering in sweat lodges, wrapped around sacred objects and placed in medicine pouches. And sage is one of the primary herbs for smudging. Smudging is a sacred ritual practiced among Native Americans. It is similar to the smoke limpias practiced in Central South American traditions, where smoke is brushed along the body with the hands, feathers, or ritual objects to bless, purify, and invoke ancestral spirits. In ancient Egypt, sage was used as a remedy for diseases and epidemics like the plague. In pharaonic tombs, it was used as one of the main ingredients in embalming, as it was considered an essential herb for entrance to the afterlife. Ancient Romans regarded it as a holy plant, and prior to picking it, they would enact a ceremony to ask its permission. A special knife was used to collect its leaves and stems. Like herbs ruled by the moon, sage is a vibrationally powerful plant that deeply influences the electromagnetic field. The moon houses our intuition and emotions, and lunar herbs greatly affect the tides of our subconscious mind, our emotions, and psyche. Herbs of the moon also rule the gut, and sage is one of those allies that not only sharpens our gut feeling and intuitive gateways, it also heals the gastrointestinal tract. So you might want to add a little sage to your stews and soups, salads and such, or to that of a meal you might want to share with the person who is being a little difficult, if it isn't you, Gemini. Sage will help you smudge it, burn it a little bit. I feel I need to say that because, like I said, it's not the end of the world. It's just a question of bringing that next person around because they want something, or they're not seeing something in the way that you have presented, or it has been presented. I mean, you know where you are in this read. But I have a feeling that they're going to come around because you're on the same page. You want the same thing. I mean, you're not unhappy with each other unless this means that it is in the reverse and you're not happy at all, and you want to cut ties, or you've had that process come up to cutting ties. Someone's disappointed nonetheless. So the guidance here, Sage, like the moon card in the tarot, is the great portal to the river of life. The silver light of Sage grants us the power of insight while we navigate the darkest hours. The lunar powers of Sage remind us to look inward to receive visionary insight from spirit. Don't get overly consumed by the emotional interplay. Allow it to pass like the clouds. Draw upon the inner reserves of your psyche to navigate darkness and become keenly aware of what is causing inner disturbances, fear, and unhappiness. The initiation you are undergoing, although unfamiliar, is a great blessing. Feel yourself seize and reassemble as you break illusions to unearth hidden truths. Surrender. Don't stand in your own way. Allow the silvery white light of Sage to shatter illusions as you undergo a great awakening. It's quite a bit to take in there, so you might want to listen to that guidance again. But I have this confidence in me that this read is really just to bring you and another person onto the same page, and there will be a victory in that. Until our next read, Gemini, love and light.